Hey there guys, my name is Raxby and welcome back to some more Let's Play Speed Punks. Today we're gonna go ahead and start tournament mode because we're gonna go ahead and finish off the last one. Last time we played with Buster and Wedgie, I was not a fan of them at all. Yeah, you are a bratty little girl. I don't like bratty little girls, so I'm not gonna play with you. Tempest is basically the same as Buster and Wedgie, so we'll skip out on you. And that leaves Brains, who we already played with. So we have, what's his name? Monty or Monica? I'll play with Monica. We haven't played with a girl. So yeah, she's pretty much average on everything. But that works for me. Let's go ahead and take care of the hard league. And hopefully I can do a bit better than last episode. Okay, first race, skate park. I actually don't remember this at all, and nice, we got the speed boost at the start. That's awesome. I'm glad I got that. Okay, and yeah, this controls a lot better already. Although, still have to get used to it, but it does feel a lot better than Buster and Wedgie did for me. So I'm happy that I switched. I mean, I was gonna switch regardless because I wanted to show off some different characters, but you know, I'm happy with who I switched to as well, I should say. I could have gone back to Brains or taken it safe and played with the bratty little girl who is basically the same stats as Brains. But no, I think switching over to Monica was a good choice. Okay, that was already one lap though, and we're not doing too great. I guess, you know, the AI does get a lot better when you go up to these higher difficulties. So that might also be a good explanation for why I'm playing worse. It's just that the opposition gets skilled up very, very much. And since we're... Why did we get turned around randomly? That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense why we would suddenly be facing the wrong way. Okay, well, whatever. I'm just gonna keep racing. And I'm gonna ignore that. Because that is dumb. Okay, let's go. We got some speed boost now. Let's use it. And try to make up some ground. It did work somewhat. We are back and forth. Oh, come on. I keep thinking I can drive past those, but if you even touch the circle, you already get hit, which is a little bit confusing, but I mean, that is the way it is, and I should know that and use that, you know, rather than keep thinking like, no, I'll be safe, when I know I'm not. You know, it has been that case every time. Nice, that was a nice shot. Okay, good. We're in second, that's not bad, you know. Like I've said in the previous episode, you know, I'm happy with a top 3 finish so I can advance to the next round and show off, you know, the next thing. If I needed to do really well and finish everything first, then I would have had to practice this game a lot more if that's what I wanted to show off. No, I just wanted to have a bit of a nostalgia trip here and share it with you guys, you know, just show off my first impressions after not playing this game for, you know, a decade. So, not really first impressions, but you guys know what I mean. It's as first as can be after having played the game already. Oh, that's not good. That's definitely not good. We're cruising smoothly in second, but no, they had to ruin that. It's okay though, we're back up in third. Barely missed that. That's okay, let's use some of our boost. And we can maybe pass both of them. No, just barely we don't. That's okay. We're still keeping up with them, and I'm in third, which again, you know, is a place that's high enough for me. Oh, come on! Why do the item box hitboxes have to be so much smaller than the actual items that are placed on the track. Let's just drop that behind us though. That should keep fourth place off our tail a little bit more, hopefully. Come on. We need to not drive into the wall consistently and get hit here, because we're gonna get caught. They're gonna catch up and they're gonna pass me right at the end, and I'm gonna be sad. I already see it happening. Oh, that was way too close for comfort. Oh, I almost got hit there. No, Monica, no, what? What? Why did you spin out crazy like that? That is dumb. That is so dumb. Like right at the end, she just decides, hey, I'm gonna drive into a wall. Well, guess we're retrying this. Because, yeah, that did not work. Alright, well, I finished third this time. Again, I'm not really doing good. And one thing that I really dislike is that all of the AI work together. And yeah, that's just dumb. And what I mean by that is basically, if a person... Okay, so I was in third place for a lot of that race, right? And the person in second, rather than shooting his items up front to try and catch up to the person who's in first, they would shoot it backwards to try and hit me. Like, that would make no sense. Nobody would just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna shoot it backwards to try and hit player 3. No, people would shoot it forwards so they could try and catch up to number 1. But no, that's not what they would do. As long as you are in a position right behind them, they would try and go for you. And I'm really not a fan of that. I really think that is so stupid, because it just doesn't feel fun, you know, when it's you against 5 computers rather than 6-player free-for-all. Which it should be, you know, it should be 6-player free-for-all, and every computer should try to go for the win. It would be one thing if they had like personality traits, right? Where you know, you had one personality trait who was very aggressive, who always tried to, you know, overtake the next player, and they had a character trait that was, you know, defensive, like always tries to just keep at least his position and not necessarily tries to advance, only, you know, if the person in front of them fucks up, essentially. You know, that would be one thing, but no, what they do now is just basically, oh, is player character in front of me? In that case, fire everything to the front. Is player character behind me? Oh, in that case, fire everything backwards. And it's just not. It doesn't feel fair, you know? You don't feel like it's a good challenge when it's you against 5. See, like that, right? He's in 5th place. Rather than shooting it forward, he shot it straight backwards at me. What's that gonna get you? You're not gonna gain any positions there, right? All you're doing is keeping me off your tail. And that makes sense if you're in first, or if, you know, you give them all character traits where some of them will just try to keep their position. But other than that, it really just doesn't make sense. And I really think it's a shame that this game included them, because it shouldn't be there. It plain and simple shouldn't be there. And now I'm way far behind all of them, because even 5th place is trying to just keep me out of the rest, which is, again, just annoying. I don't feel like that's the good way to create challenge. It shouldn't be that you're challenged because you're just outnumbered in a racing game. You know, it should be that they are better racers, that they take corners sharper, you know, or use the boost better. But if all of them just try to use their items on you, yeah, I don't like that. And I mean, yes, I'm racing very, very poorly. Like, I'm not gonna say that, oh, the only reason I'm losing is because they are banding together. Because no, I'm racing poorly. I'm I'm the first one to admit that, you know. It's just, it shouldn't even be a thing that is happening, right? Regardless of how well I race, they should not be using items on me when they're in 5th place. They should use it on the person in front to try and catch up. And yeah, we're gonna finish 6th there, so we're gonna have to retry this track. I don't know, it just frustrates me, right? It just doesn't feel fun. Let's retry this track. Well, there we go. I got a 3rd place finish this time. I will just take that. You know, we aren't gonna win anything because we're in 4th overall. Okay, the Grand Rapids. Let's see. Ah, damn it. Last time I got an excellent start, so I was hoping I could repeat that, but fortunately not. That's okay though. Let's see here. Ah, damn it, missed it. Missed it by a bit. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not going well. Well, at least this is the final race, so you know what? I at this point, you know, I think I'm gonna just stop after this race, regardless of the result, because while I've had some fun with it, I definitely do feel that it's more fun to play with a friend, and not so much against the computer, because the computer just bans against you too much, and the controls are not quite as tight as I remember. It felt a lot better on the first course, probably because it was still on easy, so the computers just sucked, and that kind of, you know, made it seem like I was better than I actually was, or than I actually am. And I'm probably also out of practice. I'm sure that if I played it a lot, you know, I could get a little bit better again and do a little bit better, but still, it's kind of, you know, it's been fun to play again, you know, especially visually, and the music, you know, it still is really a neat game, and it's brought, you know, some fun memories of playing with people, but I don't think gameplay wise it's really the greatest thing out there anymore. I'm definitely used to much tighter racing controls now, you know. A game like Mario Kart 8 is definitely blowing this out of the water any day. So yeah, I guess I can maybe understand a little bit why the game hasn't really held up as well as I may have initially thought, because yeah, the controls don't feel responsive enough, and AI is very, very basic in, yeah, just prevent the player from winning. That's all it is. It's not even try to win myself or anything, which I've never been a fan of. Okay, well, that's a shame. We kind of took that shortcut, but didn't really do it well. Oh, I am not. Oh, come on. And then I turn too sharply, and other times I don't turn sharp enough. Okay. Well, thanks, heat-seeking missile, for going straight in the wall there. That is very, very much appreciated too. I am gonna finish a hopeless 6th place here at the end. I don't see myself catching up to these people, because they are getting way too far ahead, and I am just not driving anywhere near good enough at the moment to make a difference. Especially if I'm gonna keep driving into walls and stuff like that. Yeah, that's not helping my case. The items are like, yeah, you really need to go faster. Here, have more speed boost. And I'm like, yeah, thanks, that helps for a little bit. But then I run into a wall or drive off road again, and it gets rid of everything that I may have gained just now. That didn't go well. I'm ashamed of my gameplay here, honestly. I really was hoping that I was still better at this game. That clearly has not turned out to be the case. And that's sad. It's sad, you know, when you remember games and you remember, you know, at least being decent at them, but then when you play them again, it turns out, well, those memories, either they were right at one point and you just suck now, or those were just rose in the glasses. You know, you thought you were a lot better than you were. Well, at least we didn't finish dead last. Well, I finally got third. I actually forgot that I only did 3 races so far in this cup, so during editing I was like, oh, well, there should be a 4th race. And then I found out that I couldn't just do a quick single race on that map. Nope, unless you beat the entire cup, apparently it's not unlocked. So I had to go through all 3 tracks again, several tries, to try and finally finish top 3 in all of them. And I did. Let's finally see what this final race is all about. And yeah, I'm actually shared first, so I might actually end up first overall. That would be something. Okay, Sunset Isle, let's go. Not a good start, but it really doesn't matter, because even if you have an excellent start, you are immediately 6th anyway, or at the best 5th. Okay, well, great, we started off by driving, because yeah, like the AI, all of them except for like the last place will have excellent starts too, except their excellent starts are magically more excellent than yours and will be faster than you. So yeah, game cheats, but oh well. What do you really expect? At this point, I don't expect a lot, and I keep driving into freaking everything. That certainly isn't helping my case. Okay, well, let's go. Let's see what we can do here. There's so much airtime. Like, if there's a tiniest bit of a slope that you drive off, you immediately jump way up into the air, and then you lose pretty much all control and you start bouncing all over the place. It's really annoying. I'm not a fan. And how did I even land in the lava there? I should have still bounced off that wall. Yeah, I don't see myself finishing higher than 6th, and I'm not even gonna try. If I, you know, don't finish top 3, then you know what? That's that. You know, that's just too damn bad. Because I've played enough of that game for today. I think, you know, after doing it, I'm good. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy me suffering, because yeah, it's been amazing. Okay, so that should be a shortcut, but it's not if you take it this horribly. Yeah, look how far behind I am. Like, I am ridiculously far behind. I don't think there's any chance for me to still catch up at this point. I mean, there are a lot of laps, sure, but still, like, I am really far behind, and I'm gonna keep driving like absolute trash, so that's not even gonna make a difference. Like, maybe if I was driving better, I could make up for it, but I'll just tour it. What was that? Did I discover some weird shortcut? I think I discovered some weird shortcut, but then Monica decided to drive me up a wall. You know, like literally and also figuratively. Oh my god, like the bouncing, I don't get the bouncing physics. It's just so frustrating when you try to take a turn, but you just slip out like that. Because even with drifting and not even going that fast, you won't turn quick enough. And I'm not even using a character with band handling anymore, you know? I was at the start, you know, or in the previous episode, I mean. I admit, you know, like Wedgie and Booster, or whatever their names were, Buster, I think, they have some poor handling, right? So it makes sense that I would struggle with them. But it was like, okay, this is average character, you know, average stats and everything. It should be better, and it's not really. Like, it's slightly better. I will admit I know there's a difference, but it's not better enough. It's not enough of a difference to make it doable now, and yeah, you know, at the start of this, I was very, very positive about it, but now I've started to find the bad things about this game, and I guess that shows why you shouldn't judge a game too quickly, because the start can look good, but it's really, you know, does a game hold up after extended play? That's what really matters, and maybe it did as a kid, and maybe, you know, the standards have changed to a point where I just can't like this enough anymore. Or maybe, you know, as a kid, I just liked playing bad games. Who knows? But I can't say this holds up today anymore. I wanted to at the start, but yeah, I mean, visually and the music, I still think are very good. I mean, okay, you know, it's definitely PlayStation 1 graphics, right? So it's not like it's gonna compete with Super HD graphics that you have nowadays. What I mean with the graphics hold up is that oh hey, we might not finish last. Is that they look very, very nice still. It's definitely playable. You know, there are games where you're like, oh, this is ugly, but this is one of those games where that's not the case, you know, and it's because they didn't go for realism. A lot of the PlayStation games and other games from this era that, you know, went for the realism, that was their downfall, because that just ended up aging very, very poorly. But the games that tried to go with more cartoony graphics, like this one, you know, they have held up a lot better visually, I think. And that's also, you know, Nintendo still goes for like visualized graphics. Not that this game is made by Nintendo, it's not. But, you know, like Nintendo is one of the companies out there that still opts for, you know, visualized graphics. And it makes a lot of sense because they stand the test of time a lot better than realistic graphics. Because as we move on, you know, realistic graphics get better and better and better. And, you know, it's getting closer and closer to being photorealistic. Well, we finished 5th. And yeah, stylus graphics, they hold up a lot better because they never were intended to be realistic. They just have their own style, and that still looks nice. But yeah, of course we're not in top 3, we're 5th, but I don't care. That's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this short little Let's Play. If you want to see more of my Let's Plays, you can subscribe to my channel down below. And while you are down there and you enjoyed my failing and frustration at this, then feel free to leave a thumbs up. And if you hated it, leave a thumbs down. Then let me know. Hey Raxby, don't be so negative. You know, be positive. Leave me a dislike. If I get a lot of dislikes, then I'll know, you know, negativity, that's not the way to go. And I'll try to be more positive in the future. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.